On August 14, 2025, a truly historic event unfolded. Former US President Donald Trump achieved what many thought impossible. He brought together Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan and Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev, two leaders whose nations have been bitter rivals for generations. The world watched as these three figures stood side by side, signaling a new chapter in the long and troubled history of the South Caucasus. For decades, Armenia and Azerbaijan have been locked in a relentless and often violent conflict over the disputed region of Nagorno-Karabakh. The scars of war run deep, with countless lives lost and entire communities uprooted. The border has been a line of tension, marked by military standoffs and periodic outbreaks of violence that have kept the region on edge. But today, in a moment that will be remembered for generations, the two leaders signed a comprehensive peace agreement. This act marks not just a ceasefire but a dramatic and hopeful shift for the entire South Caucasus region. The signing ceremony, attended by international dignitaries and broadcast around the globe, was a powerful symbol of what diplomacy can achieve. This deal is far more than a simple ceasefire. It's a bold commitment to open borders, restore diplomatic relations, and begin trading freely. For years, both countries have suffered from economic isolation, with closed borders stifling growth and opportunity. Now, the promise of renewed connections offers hope for a brighter future. The closed border has long been a barrier to progress, but with this agreement, new roads, railways, and business opportunities are on the horizon. Entrepreneurs and small business owners in both countries are already preparing for a new era of cooperation, eager to rebuild what was lost and create new prosperity. The agreement aims to transform the South Caucasus into a vital hub for trade between Europe and Asia. With new infrastructure projects and streamlined customs procedures, the region could soon become a crossroads for commerce, connecting distant markets and fostering economic growth on an unprecedented scale. The United States played a pivotal role in brokering this peace, demonstrating its influence and commitment to stability far beyond its own borders. American diplomats worked tirelessly behind the scenes, building trust and encouraging compromise, showing that global leadership can still make a difference in resolving even the most entrenched disputes. The world is watching closely, as this agreement could become a turning point for international diplomacy. News outlets across the globe are covering the story, and analysts are debating whether this model of negotiation could be applied to other conflicts. The stakes are high, and the outcome will be studied for years to come. If successful, the deal will bring long-awaited stability to a region that has been plagued by war and uncertainty for generations. For ordinary people, children, parents, and grandparents, the hope is for a future where they can live without fear, build their lives, and dream of something better. The leaders' willingness to try new solutions and take political risks signals genuine hope for lasting peace. Their courage to sit down together despite years of animosity is a testament to the power of dialogue and the human desire for reconciliation. This agreement is a bold step toward a future where neighbors cooperate instead of clash. Community leaders and citizens from both sides are already planning joint events, eager to build bridges and foster understanding after so many years of division. The hope is that this document will lead to real, tangible improvements for millions who have suffered from conflict. Refugees may finally return home, families separated by war can reunite, and everyday life can begin to heal from the wounds of the past. The peace plan is not just about ending violence, but about building a new relationship based on shared goals and mutual benefit. Joint infrastructure projects, educational exchanges, and cultural programs are all part of the vision for a more integrated and peaceful region. The South Caucasus could soon become a vital link in global trade, changing its place on the world map and offering new opportunities for its people. The region's strategic location is now an asset, not a liability, as it opens up to the world. This moment shows that even the most entrenched conflicts can find a path to resolution. The release of doves at the peace ceremony was a powerful reminder that hope can triumph over hatred, and that peace is always possible, even after decades of strife. The agreement is a test of courage and vision for both nations. It challenges leaders and citizens alike to look beyond old grievances and imagine a shared future built on trust, respect, and cooperation. Now, the challenge is to turn promises into reality. The hard work of implementation begins, as both sides must honor their commitments and work together to overcome obstacles. Success will require patience, persistence, and the continued support of the international community. The world waits to see if this new dawn will truly bring lasting peace. As the sun rises over the mountains of the South Caucasus, there is a sense of cautious optimism, a belief that, this time, peace might finally take root and flourish for generations to come. At the heart of this historic peace deal lies the Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity, TRIPP. This ambitious initiative is more than just a transportation project. It represents a bold vision for a future built on collaboration, stability, and shared growth. The newly proposed corridor will physically link Azerbaijan to its exclave, Nakhchivan, by passing directly through Armenian territory. This route, cutting across rugged mountains and historic borders, is set to transform the region's connectivity. For the first time ever, the United States will not only construct, but also manage this vital corridor for the next 99 years. American expertise will ensure the highest standards of security, efficiency, and reliability, making the route a model for international cooperation. The TRIPP corridor is poised to revolutionize trade and transport, seamlessly linking Turkey, Azerbaijan, and the broader Central Asian region. It will open up new markets and create faster, more reliable supply chains. With easier and more affordable movement of goods, the corridor promises to generate thousands of new jobs, boost local economies, and provide training opportunities for workers across the South Caucasus. Armenia's decision to support and allow the corridor marks a significant turning point, signaling a new era of regional cooperation and mutual benefit after years of tension. For Azerbaijan, this is the realization of a long-held dream, a direct, secure connection to its isolated territory, Nakhchivan, finally becoming a reality. The TRIPP corridor is more than infrastructure. It's a bold experiment in trust, partnership, and the power of diplomacy to reshape destinies. Its success will be the ultimate test of whether peace and cooperation can truly overcome decades of conflict and suspicion. If the corridor thrives, prosperity and hope could finally replace the divisions and hardships that have defined the region for generations. The TRIPP corridor stands as a powerful symbol of a new beginning, one where nations move forward together, united by opportunity and peace. The US-managed TRIPP corridor is dramatically reshaping the South Caucasus's power dynamics, introducing new opportunities and uncertainties for the region. This ambitious project is not just about infrastructure, it's about influence, security, and the future direction of the Caucasus. For decades, Russia has been the dominant force here, maintaining military bases and deep political ties. But now, Moscow faces a significant challenge to its traditional sphere of influence as new actors enter the scene. American involvement introduces a powerful new player, gradually reducing Moscow's control and shifting the balance. US diplomats are forging new partnerships, and their presence is being felt in every major decision. The deal even allows for the possible deployment of US troops to secure the corridor, placing American military power right at the doorstep of both Russia and Iran, a move that signals a bold new era for the region. This signals a deeper and more enduring US commitment to regional security, with Washington now playing a central role in shaping the future of the South Caucasus. The corridor also strengthens economic and political ties among Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Central Asia, uniting Turkic nations in a way that could reshape regional alliances and foster greater cooperation. These new alliances could serve as a powerful counterbalance to Russian and Iranian influence, creating a more multipolar environment in the Caucasus. The region is rapidly becoming a stage for global competition, as world powers vie for influence, resources, and strategic advantage. This dramatic shift could bring much-needed investment and security to the region, but it also carries the risk of sparking new tensions and rivalries, as old grievances resurface and new interests collide. The future of the South Caucasus will depend on how these competing powers manage their rivalries, negotiate their interests, and respond to the aspirations of local populations. The peace deal is more than just a bilateral agreement. It's a turning point that is redrawing the political map and redefining the region's place in the world. As new alliances and rivalries emerge, the South Caucasus is entering a period of profound transformation and uncertainty. The South Caucasus is now a key arena in the global power game where the stakes are higher than ever and the outcome remains uncertain. The Trump-brokered peace deal is a major setback for Russia's regional dominance. For years, Moscow controlled politics and security in the South Caucasus. The US-run TRIPP corridor bypasses Russia, reducing its leverage over trade and security. Now, countries in the region have alternatives to Russian routes and influence. The US is now a direct competitor in what Russia considered its backyard. Moscow may try to disrupt the agreement using its local connections. The corridor's success depends on resisting Russian interference. As Russia focuses on Ukraine, its grip elsewhere weakens. The South Caucasus is now at the center of a shifting global order. American influence is rising as Russia's recedes. The region's future will be shaped by this new competition. Iran views the TRIPP corridor and the peace deal as a direct threat. The new route skirts Iran's northern border, bypassing its territory and weakening its regional role. Turkey and Azerbaijan, Iran's rivals, stand to gain economically and politically. The prospect of US troops near its border alarms Tehran. Iran may try to undermine the deal through its regional allies. The corridor could isolate Iran from key trade networks. Tehran faces a tough choice: resist the new reality or adapt. Iran's response will be crucial for the region's stability. Already under economic and political pressure, Iran now faces a new challenge on its doorstep. The TRIPP corridor could reshape alliances and trade in the region. Iran's next moves will influence whether peace holds or falters. The stakes for Tehran and the region are high. Despite the optimism, the path to lasting peace is fraught with challenges. In Armenia, many see the deal as a painful compromise. Constitutional changes may be needed, facing fierce opposition. The agreement is only a preliminary declaration, not a final treaty. Deep mistrust and a history of conflict threaten progress. Russia and Iran may try to sabotage the peace to protect their interests. Building trust will take years of effort and political courage. The international community, especially the US, must stay engaged. Success depends on managing powerful neighbors and internal divisions. The peace process is fragile and requires constant vigilance. One misstep could unravel everything. The region's future hangs in the balance. For the US and its allies, the TRIPP corridor is a strategic opportunity. It secures a foothold in a region bridging Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The move is part of a broader contest with Russia and China. But experts warn local complexities can't be ignored. True peace requires understanding the region's history and grievances. The West's challenge is to foster stability, not just outmaneuver rivals. The TRIPP corridor is a test of Western diplomacy. If it succeeds, it could be a model for conflict resolution. If it fails, it's a cautionary tale about foreign intervention. The stakes extend far beyond the Caucasus. The Trump-led summit has sparked hope, but uncertainty remains. The agreement is just the first step. Much work lies ahead. Russia and Iran's reactions could make or break the peace process. The South Caucasus stands at a crossroads. Choose cooperation and growth, or return to conflict. The TRIPP corridor is the first move on a new path. The world must support the fragile peace and guard against backsliding. The region's leaders face a historic choice. Their decisions will shape the future for millions. The peace deal could transform the region or become another missed opportunity. The next few years are critical. The world is watching to see if hope can become reality. The story of this peace is still being written. The stakes have never been higher. The Armenia-Azerbaijan peace deal offers a vision of a new future. The TRIPP corridor stands as a symbol of connection and possibility, but turning vision into reality will be difficult. Leaders must overcome internal resistance and external pressure. US and international support will be vital. The region is now a stage for great power competition. The outcome could be stability and prosperity, or renewed conflict. For the first time in a generation, real peace is within reach. The world will judge the success or failure of this bold experiment. The lessons learned here will echo far beyond the Caucasus. The future is unwritten, and the next chapter begins now.